वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। एक दुती गुरु नानक देवा ओंकार गुरु अंगद अपेवा। सतनाम गुर अमर प्यारे करता रामदास गुरवारे। पुरख श्री अर्जन सुखदानी निरपौ हर गोबिंद गुण खानी। निर्वैर गुरु है श्री हर राय अकाल मूर्त हर कृष्ण त्याय। अजूनी तेग बहादुर राय सहपम गुरु दसमें सहाय। गुर प्रसाद ग्रंथ गुर ज्ञाना वाहिगुरु वंदन भगवाना। जय रिद में ऐसो जप बसे सो होए खालसा सब में लसे। आद सच दया सिंह प्यारे जुगाद सच बाकी जो चारे। हैप्पी होसी दशमेश सवारे पी सच चारे लाल दुलारे। श्लोक डंडोत बंधन अनक बार सर्व कला समरथ। डोलन तेरा कहो प्रभु नानक दे कर हथ। आद निरंजन है गुरु नानक तार के मूरत है जग आयो। लोक सुनियो पर लोक सुनियो विद लोक सुनियो सब दर्शन पायो। संगत पार उतारन को गुरु नानक साहिब पंथ चलायो। वाहिगुरु गुरु नानक साहिब तार के मूरत है जग आयो। वाहिगुरु गुरु नानक साहिब तार के मूरत है जग आयो। आओ दोबारे फतेह दी सांझ पाइए। गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी सारे गज गज के आखो जी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। आरंभ दे विच मैं दो वारी चाहुंदा हुंदा फतेह दी सांझ पावे क्योंकि साध संगत गुरु साहब दा रूप भी हुंदे आ। सो कृपा करो गुरु महाराज जी नूं अंतर ध्यान लैके हथ फेर जोड़ के फतेह दी सांझ पाउंदे होए दास के उपर असीसां बख्शो ताकि जो भी दास बोलूगा गुरमत अनुसार होवे। कृपा करो इसी तरह गज गज के फिर आखो जी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। So in the 550th anniversary of Maharaji's Agman Gurpurb, the Prapandiks here at Khalsa camp has requested that the theme would be about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and so staying with that, wanted to start out with Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and then I honestly didn't know, like if somebody tells you here start on Guru Nanak Dev Ji man de vich fir bhi aaye ji hunda hun Guru Nanak Sahib Ji ne kinna kita sade ne millions upon millions nu sidhe raah sidhe marg paya. Where do you start? So I started by looking at a pustak that Bhai Pardeep Singh had written, and he is the founder at the Guru Nanak Academy and has passed away now. But he wrote this one volume on Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and he said that the Guru's greatness is so vast that sade vaste bahut mushkil hai to talk about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And he quoted a line from Gurbani. He says, Gur ki mehma agam hai kya kathe kathanhar. That the Guru's greatness is so vast and so much that it's very difficult for anybody to speak upon it. But then he added one other thing that I've quoted here, is that, however, just like a son wishes to praise his father and let the entire world know how great his father is, in the same way I wanted to let the world know that how great my father Guru Nanak Dev Ji is. And that's what he opened up in the introduction of that book, is that when you see greatness in Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and you say that sab to vadda Satgur Nanak. Even Bhai Singh in Gurmukh Sikhya has written about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, said that hanji main satkar karda, whether it was Prophet Muhammad, Jesus and so forth. मैं कई बारी चीज़ें पढ़ लेना उन्ना बखरे धर्मां तो, but I always come back. It's like in the beginning what had happened is he did exploration. What that exploration was is मैं जा के देखदा सी कित्थे सच्चाई है। And ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ wherever he would go, he would always end up coming back to the Sikhi Panth, right? And he would know, and it would echo in his head that Sab to Vada Satgur Nanak. There is no greater than Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And I want us, by the end of it, to say that now I know how great Guru Nanak Dev Ji is. No, we will never know how great Guru Nanak Dev Ji is. Yes, just like a machi, what it does is, it swims in the ocean, but it doesn't try to say that, oh, I found out how big the ocean is. Machi da subha hunda na anand marna. That's what we're trying to get out of it. Is that mere vaste ki hai ithe kharna tode agge. It couldn't be any of you guys being up here, because ek bahut vishesh shingar Maharaji ne ditta to all of you. Mere vich bhi hai, and कईयां थोड़ा वादा, कईयां थोड़ा जिहा घट है, पर फिर भी वही श्रृंगार है. वो श्रृंगार की है? That shringar, what is that decoration inside of us? The greatest decoration is that you have love for Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Each and every one of you. And that love is so precious that sada sir chokda before that love. Because that love is not easily found. And for those that have found it, and you have it with you, you can just dip right into it and then sing out using that love in Maharaji's shabd. Right? That's what our aim is, isn't it? It's to dumb down the distractions and dip into Maharaji's love. ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੁੱਪੀ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ. But that is our shringar. And wherever we carry it, it's a kirpa that nobody can take away from you. Yes, but what can happen is you can get entangled in the world, and then slowly that love can dim down inside of you, but it's still sitting there. And it just needs to be evoked. Right? It needs to be evoked. And so, Guru Maharaji's Mahima stems from that love. Right? A flower's petals come out, but it has some root and foundation. You have love for Paramatma, ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈਗਾ, ਉਸ ਤੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ. That you want to, that I am the, when that mehma goes strong, ਜਦੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਜਾਵੇ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਦਿਲ ਕਰਦਾ that ਮੇਰੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕਰ. ਉਹੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਆ ਬੱਬਾ ਤੇ ਡੱਡਾ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਡਾ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ. ਪਰ ਉਹ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਅੰਤ ਦੀ ਹੱਦ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੋਈ ਅੰਤ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ. But you don't try to find the limit, you just want to share that. So what happens is amongst Gursikhs is when they come, they recognize ਇੰਨਾ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ, ਇੰਨਾ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈਗਾ. ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਬਾਰੇ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਬਾਰੇ. ਸੋ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬਾਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਫਿਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ, ਪਤੀ ਦੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰਾਤਨ ਰੀਤੀ ਸੀ. ਐਂਡ ਇਹ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਆ that this ਮਹਿਮਾ is ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਅਗਮ ਅਗਾਧ ਸਾਗਰ, like this unending limitless ocean, that ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੁੱਭੀ ਮਾਰੋਗੇ ਨਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੀ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ? ਵਿਵੇਕ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਸੂਗਾ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, in English you call it discernment. You're able to discern what is false and what's the truth, and where the real fulfillment lies, and where there's false, temporary, tuch things that dwindle away but cause people to be addicted enough that they don't let you search for the truth. So ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਸਾਂਝ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਖੀਆਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਤਾ, ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਰਾਉਂਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. They try to open up the other person's eyes, that look what Guru Maharaj Ji has done in your life. Look at what Guru Maharaj Ji has done for you. And maybe something Maharaj Ji has done for you that you want to share with the other person. But nevertheless, it's all about opening your eyes. And that's what the second lecture is going to be about, is Gur Prasad. Gur Prasad vaste ek ta patra barna penda, right? Become a panda. And the second is गुरु महाराज जी की कृपा नूं पहचानना, राइट। जिवें सुखमनी साहब दी अष्टपदी आउंदी जय प्रसाद शक्ति अमृत खाए, उत्थे जय प्रसाद जय प्रसाद जय प्रसाद बार बार आउंदा कि तुसी जान लो महाराज जी की कृपा है तुहाडे उपर, पर पहचानने की कोशिश नहीं कीती। क्योंकि जो when the eye of recognition comes, of recognizing comes, then what happens? Through that appreciation, waves of ustuti flow out of you. And that's what we want. We want waves coming up. उबाले होण अपने विचों परमात्मा दे गुण गाउण वास्ते। हाँ सानू पता है एक गुण दा सार आपां पा ही नहीं सकदे। सार means you can't find the end of it. बस साडे वास्ते ये है ही नहीं। साडे वास्ते बस यही है आनंद मानना। So, and आपां पहला शुरुआत विच आपां गाउणा ही है। So पीछे बोलना गुर की महिमा क्या कहाँ, 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 गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर की महिमा क्या कहाँ, 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 गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, ओ आदि जुगादि जुग है जुग, 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 पूरा परमेश्वर, पूरा परमेश्वर, पूरा परमेश्वर, पूरा परमेश्वर, गुर की महिमा क्या कहाँ, 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 गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर, गुर विवेक सत सर। एक means two, एक means one। जिहड़े दुनिया दे विच द्वंद्ववाद दसदा ना, duality, seeing duapana, that this person is different from you, that this person is different and we have to categorize them, right? ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮਿਟ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਾਂ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾਨਕ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਰਾ who came down as a God, came down as a human being so that ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਅਨੇਕਤਾ ਦਿਸੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ difference ਨਾ ਦਿਸੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਸ ਸਿਰਫ ਦਿਸੇ ਤੇ ਜੋਤ ਆ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਭਾਈ ਕਨ੍ਹਈਆ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਸਿਆ ਸੀ। That you see God's light inside of you. Bib A. That's the discerning trait or virtue that you have to bring inside of you. But it grows from vichar. Right? Pehla hunda vadiyai te vichar. And then that vadiyai becomes virag. And vichar becomes vivek. Oh, do vave ya. Do vave vadenge hun. And agge jaake they're going to take on a new route. क्योंकि ज्यों ज्यों तुहाडी अवस्था बढ़ती है ना, महाराज जी घड़ी जाते हैं। घड़ी है सुरत मत मन बुद्ध, Hey, Marji ne kadi jana. He's going to keep reforging it. And he says that now to cable ho gaya, let's give you some badges. And let's reforge that mind so it can take on more kirpa. Kyunki hum jab pehla patra nahi apa bane, when we haven't become the right panda, then it's hard to add more kirpa in. But Maharaj keeps reforging it as you keep giving more of yourself and giving more love. And you're asking that Maharaj, I want thousands of tongues to be reciting your name. Lakh jeva minu deo. Now give me thousands of tongues that every roam of my body sings out your praises. See the difference? It's for that person that does sing all the time, Al Paramatma, that they don't want to do anything else. And when that happens, then they're deserving of more. If you give a device to a child and say that, seva kar hun chadu fer udhar jaake langar all the bit, you see inna ke section to clean kari janda fir baki chadu rakh denda, then you know that person is not deserving of something else. So in the same way, when a person sings so much with that tongue, then what happens is God, what He does is He grants him more tongues, and that simran grows to your roams. Gurmukh rom rom har pyare. This is the game. This is what God's created. You're here to wash away the duality, see God inside of everybody, and then sing out to God's praises, because His praises should be sung, because He's so vast and He's so great. So rather than trying to tell you about Marji, as let's try to break down the word first. Je aapa kehna Marji todi vadiyai, then there's a Baba and Dada. And oh Baba Dada te aapa shuru karde hain. There's a person who's written out Ityas. His name is Kavi Santokh Singh, and aha oh mangal gaunde a Suraj Prakash de vichon oh tode agge main hun ga ke sunauna. Sri Nanak Sukh Sindh ko Sukh Sindh. Sindh means ocean. Sukh means ocean of peace. There's stress and there's other things in this world, chinta, rog and so forth, but there's none of that in Maharaj Sagar. You need to dip down into that Sagar. Sri Nanak Sukh Sindh ko Haath Jod Parnaam. Dekho, Haath Jod ke. When you say that, oh, why is it raining today? Oh, why did this happen to me? Oh, why is this happening? Then that's pointing a finger at Paramatma. That's not you accepting Pana. Pana is the will of God. And that's what we need to flow with. Because we want to become Hukmi Bande. And then that Kirpa is going to come further. But until that acceptance doesn't come with what's happening, right? And you're questioning what's happened in the past, and you're blaming and you're sticking your fingers at this person, or you're questioning what's happened, you're questioning God. Because our strength is not in this world to manipulate or do anything. Yes, there's a fog of what's going to happen in the future, so we act. But what's happened has happened. Jo ho gaya, so ho gaya. And so, aapa Maharaj ji agge pranam karde hain. Kyunki hukmi, hukam, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ. It's within His hands. And ਸਾਡੇ ਹੱਥ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੋਈ ਤਾਕਤ ਨਹੀਂ, and ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ? ਬਲਿਹਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ. ਬਲਿਹਾਰ ਆਪਦਾ ਬਲ ਹਾਰਨਾ. Meaning you have to lose your strength because you think you have it. But that strength you don't have. That's when that ardas comes about. If you're saying that you can handle something, and you're doing ardas to Maharaj, you're saying that I'm just doing this as a formality. But when you're doing this in Maharaj, mere koi ek sav nahi hai bal da, that main tode saran aaya, haar ke aaya, jo bhi haan, toda haan, and hum Maharaj tode ardas. Main balihar. I've lost all of my bal, and I've come to your door. हार परे स्वामी के द्वारे दीजे बुद्ध विवेका. Maharaj ji, तुसी है ही विवेक सर. You are the sarovar of vivek. मैं उठूँ ही मैनू I'm going to be able to discern what to do in this life. So haath jor parnaam, jas kirpa te vad agi. Jas means jidi kirpa karke. ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਂ ਜੀ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ, ਦੇਖੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਦਿਆ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਕਰਨਾ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਛਾਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਪਛਾਣ ਲਓ, ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਅਕਿਰਤਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੋਸ਼ ਪਾਸੇ ਹਟ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਐਂਡ ਸੇਇੰਗ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੜਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਟਿਕਾ, ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਟਿਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ। It's always doing ardas to Maharaj. There's one formal ardas where you stand in front of Guru Maharaj, one informal ardas where you do all the time. That you remember Guru Sahib and then you say in an ardas to Paramatma that ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। So ਜਾਸ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਵੱਡ ਅਗੀ, ਵੱਡ ਅਗੀ means ਪਾਪ। ਵੱਡ ਅਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਪਾਪ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਕੱਟੇ ਗਏ। It's because of your kirpa that these vade paap can be cut away. And pave gat bisram, that you finally obtain that gat means mukti, or that liberation, or high padvi, high spiritual status, and ote bisram jithe tusi tek sakde ho, kyunki duniya de vich chanchalta, moving around to different places is more chanchalta means that you're not at rest. You're not finding peace. And you won't find peace until you're resting with Paramatma. Jadon Paramatma na aped hoge, when you become one with God and that union has come forth, that's when you find rest. So, now, there's the shabd, vad. Vad here means not big. Vad here also means vadana. So ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਵੱਡ। ਤਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਆ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਾਪ ਵੱਢਦੇ ਆ। That as you do ਵਡਿਆਈ of ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ, ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ? ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਾਪ ਹੀ ਕੱਟੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ at the same time. ਜੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਨਾਲ ਪਾਪ ਮਿਟ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਨਮ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ come as baggage with you, they will cut out. ਜੇ ਆਪਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਨ ਬੜੂਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ, ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਪਾਪ ਵੱਧ ਜੂਗਾ। Your ego will start to increase, and what happens is you're just going to be able to collect more pop inside of you. Right? ਮਲੀਨ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭਾਂਡਾ ਉਹ ਹੋਰ ਮਲੀਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਪਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਚ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਸੋਭਾ। How great is that vadiyai? And in Asa Divar, you probably already heard and already know, but ये थोड़ी जी आप विचार करना of this शब्द। पहला आप सारे पढ़ लिए। महला पहला, बड़ी वडियाई जा बड़ा नाम, बड़ी वडियाई जाने चल थाओ, बड़ी वडियाई गुज्जे सब पाओ, बड़ी वडियाई जा आपे आप, ना कथनी जाए गीता करना सर्वर जाए। So vadi means, because vadi here is an adjective of vadiyai. Vadiyai is a feminine term, so vadi, it's taking the shabd of vada and changing it to vadi in feminine tense, and then what happens is you have great is your greatness. Great is your greatness. Why? Jab vada now, because ucha now. You've given us this naam, and this naam is a bridge to Nami. Nami is the source, and Naam is his form that he's given us. But Naam has a superficial form, like that you see as Shabd, and jadon abhyas karde hain, you start to see more of Naam inside of you. That's hard to understand, but know that Surt is the key. Jadon Surt Shabd de upar tikuga, then that superficial will grow more internal. You see something on the top as letters, now it's going to grow more internal because you're making your way to Nami. Nami is the source, and the source is Paramatma. And that's how great his Naam is. Badi Vadiyai, just Sachniya. In Paramatma's car, there's always justice. There's always justice. People might refute this, that it's not happening. Or people might say that, look at this happening. How can you see there's justice in Guru Maharaj's car? Well, Maharaj's court, I believe it because Maharaj has said it. Because those people that don't pay here, they pay after, if they've done calls. And if they didn't get the credit here, they get the credit after. But there's always nyao. There's always justice. Vadi vadiya ja nehchal thao. Maharaj said, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji came into the presence of that Nirankar, Sapang, Prakash, Sru Paramatma, where there's just pure light, pure energy, no body, no form, then Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Sacha Nirankar Nij Thai. There is the resplendent Lord, the formless Lord, at His spot. His light is stretching out, so it's in within all beings. But He still finds a kendra, a center in such kind. So, natural thao. Maharaj's tha is never going to move, never going to fall, it's never going to go. Vadi vadiyai jane ala. When we say something, jiri appa cheezaਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, jane, Maharaj knows. He already knows what you're going to say. But you have to say it and declare it in ardas. Some people say, na Maharaj appe jande ardas karan di koi lord nahi. Par apni riti nahi rahi. Je Sikh itihas de vich suno, fir ardas kyun Maharaj de agge karde si? Karde si na? Kyunki it destroys your ego to come and say it before Maharaj. You have to let that move up and surpass that bridge of man, that bridge of arrogance, or I should say the wall of man and wall of arrogance, to move forward. Jadon aay karonge na and agge vadonge, then oh man di kand tut jandi hundi hai to do ardas before Maharaj. So jane Allah, Maharaj knows when you say something to Him. Vadi vadiyai bujje sab pav. And when you say something to Maharaj, He knows your pavna. Mande chitna hone, fir only mande chit vich pachna. But if you come with good pavna and prem pav, then what happens? Maharaj receives it. Because that's what it is. Govind pav pagata pukha. That God only thirsts for one thing. It's not that money. It's not that you showing people that you're doing a lot of stuff. No, the pavna comes when there's prem. Right? You have prem for Paramatma. Vadi vadiyai, great is your greatness. Remember, here I know we whip through it in Asa Devar, Vadi vadiyai, and it sounds like one shabd, but it's two shabds. Vadi, great is your greatness. Right? It takes that vad. Jadon kehonge, vichon tode paap vi miti jande hai. ਉਹ ਮਾਰਜੀ ਵੱਡ ਅੱਗੀ ਉਹ ਕੱਟੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ so ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਦਾ Maharaj doesn't need to consult anybody. When he sees that love and sees to see Maharaj ਅੱਗੇ allow ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੀ ਪੁੱਛਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ. He doesn't have to ask a committee. He doesn't need to say anything. Paramatma is so grand and his storehouses are always full. He hands out that kirpa to that Gursik because he recognizes the Pavna. Vadi vadiyai ja apya. That's why Maharaj, it's himself. He doesn't need a second, it's himself. And that's how great your greatness is, Maharaj. I don't need to look to any Devi Devte or anybody acting like God. I don't need any idols or to worship anybody that's singing in the musical careers and say that this person or any actor. Maharaj, tusi aapke aap mere vaste sab kuch. That's how great your greatness is. You don't need tode koi mathajgi nahi. That you're not under anybody's pranod or anybody's pressure. You're not dependent on anybody. That's how great you are, Sache Patsha. Nanak kar na kathni ja. And how big this shabd and how great your greatness is. Apa koi ant pauna? No. Jiri todi kar, what you do. Right? Not kathni jai. Methon kathni hunda. I can't say, remember, Japji Sahib de vich sab to vad nanne aunde hai. Nanne da kyun bhav aunda? नन्हे दा भाव होएगा क्योंकि तुहाडा अंत नहीं पा सकदे आपां गल्लां तां करना मंगदे आ we want to praise you पर आपां आई नहीं कहंदे these praises are your end these are limitless कीता करना सर्ब रजाए everything is happening according to your raza it's to your pleasure so if I'm doing seva I'm doing it so it pleases you Maharaj I'm doing kirtan it's so it pleases you Maharaj that's the bhavna that we do it with it's not that I'm doing kirtan I wonder if these people are all pleased today I'm doing seva because I hope somebody is watching me today no we're out there to please other people. Oh, I posted a photo. I wonder if people are pleased with this photo because I'm not getting enough likes. No, there's one. Tode akhan de samne bas ek ka. Paramatma, and that's all you want to please and nothing else. And then at that time, this one feeling arises inside of you that is just you, Satya Pasha. You can cry all day thinking about Paramatma and how great he is. Because he's done so much for you, but still, you want this Murukh man, you want this blind mind to appreciate it, so you say to Maharaji, Hor kholo meri akh, so I can see your kirpa run. Sanu ki pata, kire purvale karm si, jire Parmeshwar de gon gaunde hain. ਹੁਣ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਆਪਦੀ ਰਸਨਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਿਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ to sing Paramatma's praises. They can't because that kirpa is not there. And right now if I tell you ਆਖੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਰਸਨਾ ਹਿੱਲੀ and ਹਿੱਲੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੈਗੀ and that you can come together in sangat formation. That kirpa doesn't just show up ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਰਮ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਆ ਨਾ ਕਰਮ ਫਾਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਪਰ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕਰਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਮਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਜੇ ਕਰਮ those actions that you do those karms if they come in line with what Guru Maharaj Ji wants which is maryada then ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਮ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੇ ਆ that don't align with Guru Maharaj Ji's maryada then oh kirpa nahi mildi tonu right there's je Maharaj ji di raza de vich tarunge fir jaza hundi hai kirpa right or rewards je Maharaj ji di raza de vich nahi tarunge fir saza is you get punished but not because of permission because jo main kiya so main paya dos na dije avare jana you don't blame anybody. That is not even Sikhi to blame people. Sade vaste is to understand. But if you don't understand, where is your understanding? Bibek Sat. Gur Bibek Sat. Paramatma is your understanding. And can you reach out to Guru Sahib? Yes, you can. You can go to Guru Sahib anytime you want and ask. And sometimes you don't have the proficiency to speak and read. And then that you have to ask for Maharaj Ji. Skirpa also to learn. But there's other Gursikhs that can also help you take Hukumnama to understand what Maharaj Ji is saying for you. Now, I wanted to, I'm like on days, Jado Guru Nanak Dev Ji da Gurpurb hove hai na. What do people do in the Sangha? Just answer. If you sing shabds, you probably pick shabds that are related to Guru Nanak Dev Ji or bring about in your head Guru Nanak Dev Ji's memory. Is that true or not? Yes, right? So, also on Guru Maharaj Ji's Gurpurb, people sing out a Vishesh Bani that comes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji that's been recited by Pats. What are Pats? They're bards or singers. They came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Sharan and they said that Bas ek ho firyo. And I haven't found, for 1 year they went around, they didn't find any sort of redemption or any sort of peace. And they came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji at Gurdwara Ramsar. where Guru Maharaj Ji was writing Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Maharaj Ji gave the blessing and their tongues sang the Ustuti of our Gurus. And they sang this one Vishesh Vani that I want to bring to your attention. It's Savaiye Mahalle Pehle Ke. It doesn't go Savaiye Mahalla Pehla like I've written, Galti na. It's Savaiye Mahalle Pehle Ke, meaning that these are Savaiye devoted to the first Guru Sahib. Right? The way I wrote it, which is wrong, if it's Savaiye Mahalla Pehle, means it's recited by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. That's one thing I wanted to let you know too. This is how great Gurbani is. Once you dive into it, you just want to talk about it all day. Is that when Marji writes Shabds, did you notice it's always Nanak at the end, right? The closing is Nanak. Time to time you'll see it. The final Pankti, if you know the Shabd's coming to an end, the Nanak Shabd comes. Notice how that never changes. But it will be Mahalla Duja, Mahalla Tija, Mahalla Chotha. That means that yes, the body is of Guru Ramdas Ji now as Mahalla Chotha, but it's still the light of Guru Nanak Dev Ji inside. Jot Roop Har Aap Guru Nanak Kahayo. When we talk of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, we're talking about all Guru Sahibs. That is Guru Nanak Dev Ji. When Guru Gobind Singh Ji saw at the age of 9 and the Kashmiri Pandits came, 500 of them, and Kirpal Das came, or the Much Trin Payasi, Ka Payasi, they were holding white flags. They came to Anandpur Sahib and they came to Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. And then ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਬਿਰਥਾ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਮਾਯੂਸ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਬੈਠ ਗਏ that ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ the 10ਵਾਂ ਸਰੂਪ look at the Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the 9ਵਾਂ ਸਰੂਪ is Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, and the 10ਵਾਂ ਸਰੂਪ comes and says that why are these people so udas, why are these people so sad? And Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji said that ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੀਨ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ, meaning that their time is about to go. They're Muslims converting them. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਰੀਆ ਲਾ ਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਬਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, and ਇੱਥੇ ਆਇਆ. They did their prayers and even their Devi Devte ਨੇ ਹੱਥ ਖੜੇ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ that they said ਜੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਜਾ. ਉਹ ਆਏ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਰਬਾਰ, and 9 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਆਯੂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he was 9 years old, and he's going to talk to his 9th form, which is Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, about what? About saving this son. And he said, Sabte Vada Satgur Nanak, Jinkal Rakhi Meri. That's all I know. So if you don't protect him, who will, Sache Patsha? Who will? And Maharaj got his answer. He wanted to hear from his 10th form. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji was 9 years old, they were doing a ceremony to put a Jammu on Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Look, 9 years old. And when the Pandit went to put it around Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Maharaj ne uda hath fad liya. He said, this Jammu will go with you to the afterlife. Hey, mainu sodani. Right? So Maharaj Ji didn't put it on. Utthe Maharaj Ji ne unna da dharm apnaya, and Maharaj Ji didn't take on and adorn their dharm. But on the other side, when another dharm comes to you for help, Maharaj Ji didn't deny them either of practicing their dharm. You see the beauty? It goes from Guru Nanak Dev Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Yes, the body changes, but the light is still of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Where at one point Maharaj is saying, no, I'm not going to be a Hindu. Right? Because this is empty. I'm not going to take that. That's not going to accompany me. And then, and when you go forward and you go to the time of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, you have Maharaj Ji telling the 9th Srup at the age of 9 that Inna di rakhya karo Sache Patsha. That don't let them, if they want to practice the Hindu dharma, then they should be allowed. So, I might take side roads and go off topic a little bit, but again, it's all in Maharaj Ji's video. So, Savaiye Mahalle Pehle Ke should read, and in the beginning, and I want to tell you the beauty of this bani. Jithe ਉਹ Bhat sings it, he says, "Ik man, purkh tyai bardata, sant sahar sada bikhyata, tas charan le hriday basavo, to param guru nanak gun gavo." He gives you the recipe. He tells you how to recite Guru Maharaj's name. And that is a key point as well too. Some people think that, Vaheguru, Guru Mantra, yes, you have to recite that, but you can recite Guruji's name too. That doesn't mean that you shut one down and do the other. No, you can do both. Right? You reciting Guru Nanak Dev Ji's name, I'm going to say that one more time. Just because Jado Baba Bidhi Chand ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਬਾ ਅਦਲੀ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀ. He had done his stone cattle. And he came and he didn't know what to do because all the people who were following him had caught up. And he goes to Baba Adli ji, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਚੋਰੀ ਛੱਡ ਦੇਣਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਚਾ ਦਿਓ. ਬਾਬਾ ਬਿਧੀ ਚੰਦ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ. Baba Adli ji said that ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਉਪਾਸ਼ਕ ਹਾਂ, that I'm a worshipper of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, that's my Guru. And I have nothing to give you, but tu ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾ, Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪ. ਹੁਣ ਬਾਬਾ ਬਿਧੀ ਚੰਦ ਨੇ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ, he had not done darshan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. But what does he start doing? He follows what a Gursikh is. ਆਹ Gursikh ਦੀ ਰੀਤੀ ਹੈ. ਆਪਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੋੜਨਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਾ. And ਉਹਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ? ਹਜੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀ. ਨਾਮ ਦਾ ਅਧਿਕਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ. Or the Panj Pyare. You can't tell other people Vaheguru Japya karo if you haven't taken Amrit. But if you have taken Amrit, then doing Simran and then to follow along, that's perfectly alright. But you can't give that naam. That's only with the Panj Pyare Guru Sahib. So, wo naam drid karan vaste. Matlab, meaning solidifying inside of you. But for you, what you can give the other person, say Guru Nanak Dev Ji da naam japya karo. Why? Because he'll take you to Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Or say Guru Granth Sahib Ji da naam japya karo. Why? Because he'll take them to Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Jadon unhanu aap naseeb hon lag gaya, when they experience it. Baba Bidhi Chand ne Guru Arjan Dev Ji da naam japya. ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਗੁਰਬਿਲਾਸ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ 6ਵੀਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. And ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਾਈ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਿੰਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਆ ਗਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ, have you seen a chor come through these parts? Baba Adli ji ne ਝੂਠ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਿਆ. He said that ਆਹ ਚੋਰ ਬੈਠਾ, this is the only chor I know. ਉਹਨੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ, and they didn't believe him. They said ਸਾਧੂ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਮਸਬਿਰਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਬੋਲਦਾ, that he's talking sort of intoxicated in his own rang, and he's just saying that this person is a chor. Person wo chor nahi japta hai. Well, what about the cattle? He said, have you seen any cattle come through here? Then maja aa jehde shappad de vich khade a, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਹੋਰ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਦੇਖੇ ਨਹੀਂ. And those are their cattle. But ਦੇਖੋ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਦਾ ਰੰਗ. Behold the color of God's power. What happened? It recolored the cows. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਭੂਰੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਕਾਲੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ. ਕਾਲੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਭੂਰੇ, and some got spots on them. And when they couldn't recognize their cattle, because your property, you know what it looks like. And when they saw and they looked around and they couldn't see that these are their cattle, when they are, what did they do? They returned. And they said that, maaf kar dena, amrit vela, and ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਦੇ ਭਜਨ ਬੰਦਗੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਸੀ, and ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਗਨ ਪਾਇਆ. They asked forgiveness and ਸਾਰੇ ਚਲ ਗਏ. And Baba Bidhi Chand, who's still reciting Guru Arjan Dev Ji's name, Baba Adli Ji says, open your eyes and look what Guru Arjan Dev Ji has done for you. That's the eye of recognition. That's the eye of recognizing. Ehi akha pehchan karan wale vaste. He said, dekho Maharaj Ji di kirpa. And only jadon akh kholiya, he sees the cattle are there and know all the villages are gone. Gur ki mehma kya kaha, gur ki mehma kya kaha, gur ki mehma kya kaha, And that's by reciting Guru Arjan Dev Ji's naam. And now what does he want to do? He said that mainu hun kirpa karo, mainu Guru Arjan Dev Ji ko le chalo. Hun din haje shuru hoya. Amrit Vela is finished. And where did he go? But he says ek sharta. Jithe tusi chori kiti hai na, wo wapas kar do. Return the cattle. So he would go back and return the cattle. The villagers are still looking for him. And he's going back to the village. He's gone to the lion's den. And he's gone back and the color of the cows are changing back. And he returns the cows. And he would go to Guru Arjan Dev Ji and all the Sikh ban gaye. So, reciting Guru Sahib's naam is Sikhi as well too. Right? Jin Japyo Arjan Dev Guru. Fir sankat jon garb ne aaye. Guru Maharaj Ji testifies it as well. Saying that Guru Maharaj Ji saying, Tana Guru Nanak. You are doing Maharaj Ji's praises. You are doing Simran at that time. Simran is remembrance. This is another confusion Guru Sikhs get into. They say Simran is with the mouth. Simran is remembrance. Jap is with your mouth. Simran is with, those are tied now when you're doing, remembering Paramatma and doing jap. And that's how it has to be done. When the jap is happening, but your mind is thinking about things at home, the Simran's not really happening, then is it? That is called Tota Ratan. That's called even a Tota or a parrot can be taught to recite. But the parrot is not doing Simran. It's not remembering Paramatma. Simran stems from Simriti. Simriti is remembering. Right? So, Baba Bidhi Chand was remembering Guru Arjan Dev Ji, but he's never seen Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And then he was saying Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Okay? So, in Savaiya Mahalla Pehle ke, what has happened is that Maharaj, first is the recipe. First is the way, the technique, the method on how to sing Guru Nanak Dev Ji's name. And now, where we say Sabto Vada Satgur Nanak, but he starts singing of Jire Tusi Kehne hai na, the greatest of all those people that you called great and spiritual. Guess who they're singing now? Gavehe Indrad, not just Indra, Ad, all the kings and different kings of the Devi Devte jire hoye ya Indra to baad, or all the Devi Devte, oh kinu ga rahe hai? They're singing Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And they're singing with that technique. Maharaj Ji the naam, taking Maharaj Ji's charan and putting it in their heart. Their love for Guru Maharaj Ji in their heart. Right? Chit charan naam. Paramatma the naam like they're putting in their heart and they're reciting. And then who else? Bhagat Prahlad. Bhagat Prahlad and his bunts too. Look, there's Prahlad. And then also baad jire hoye. Do you guys know about Prahlad's family? Do you know who his grandson is? I'm going to tell you about his grandson. Now, I'm not going to tell you, Bhai Gurdas Ji is going to tell you. But first, you know about Prahlad. Who's heard the story of Prahlad? Put up your hand so I can see it. A lot of you have, and I'm sure in your life you'll come across it. If you don't know, you can come up to me after, because I won't. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he was on his Udasiyan, and he came to around Multan. Multan is the pen where Narsingh, you've heard of Narsingh? Right? It comes in there, it comes in a lot of places in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Narsingh, half lion, half man, comes to the protection of Prahlad from his father Harnakash. And then when Maharaj was visiting and going through different places, sometimes, one person said to me, can you draw a map out of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's journeys? I'm like, someone you can, but someone you can't. Because when you read the Ityas, you find out that now Maharaj has gone to a different realm. How are you going to draw another realm onto the map? Right? He's gone to Prahladpuri. Prahladpuri, kei eje hunde, kei mahatma eje hunde, jadon jande hai na, Maharaj gives them their own realm. Some have so much bhakti inside them, if they want, they can have their own realm. Trupuri hai Prahladpuri. Maharaj went to Prahladpuri. If you go to Punjab and you go to Amritsar Sahib, then you go to Baba Atal Rai. Baba Atal Rai is the brother of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, the Sahibzada of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. It's that Bo Manjali building, the Gurukar that's there. On the second floor, there's the life of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And there, they have a picture of Prahlad sitting with Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And what is he doing? ਉਹਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਦੇਖੋ ਧੰਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਰਟਿਸਟ ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਚਾਚੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੀ that knew about ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਮਾਰ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਉਂਗਲਾ why is he has his ਉਂਗਲਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਪ੍ਰਹਿਲਾਦ ਨੂੰ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ and ਪ੍ਰਹਿਲਾਦ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਪ੍ਰਣਾਮ ਤਾਂ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਸੁਣ ਰਿਹਾ and ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਗਾਵੇ ਇੰਦਰਾਦ ਭਗਤ ਪ੍ਰਹਿਲਾਦ and what is ਭਗਤ ਪ੍ਰਹਿਲਾਦ he's not just any person he is a mahapurush ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਤਮ ਰਸ ਜਿਨ ਜਾਣਿਆ he's known the sublime pleasure of knowing his self as Atma. Right? Well, we're trying to achieve this self-realization. He knows that. He is that. Oh, de nahi raha. Oh, Atma roop ho gaya. Right? And then who's singing this? Kab. Kab meaning kavi. Kavi meaning here part. Kal. Kal is the part. So just, he says, I'm not just singing out any. Rejoicing anything is the greatest rejoice. So means Suresh. Just. The greatest rejoicing of anybody that's been done. It's being done of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So just Gavo Guru Nanak. Raj Jog Jin Manyo. That says within Raj has taught us how to jodna. Jog means jodna with Paramatma. Kis tarah manana. How to experience it. Now, this, I'm going to try to go deeper so you guys appreciate this Bani even more. Now when you remember Guru Nanak Dev Ji, your eyes are going towards Savima Lepelekri. Now ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਹਿ ਦੇਣਾ that ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਨਾ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਰਾਮ ਹੋਇਆ 52 ਅਵਤਾਰ ਹੋਇਆ right some will say that ਇਹ ਯੁੱਗਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਸਤਤੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ but no ਇਥੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੋਰ ਵਧਦੇ ਆ ਸਵੀਮ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸਣਗੇ and I want you to tell you in the age of Satyog Satyug te manyo chaleo bal bavan payo. Don't worry if you don't understand that line. That's the line I'm going to get into. Because a marjidi ustatiya. In order to appreciate that line, I'm going to tell you. But I'll give up there. That's within the first era which is called Satyug, the purest of all eras. Trete te manyo. Ramchandra came. Ram, Raghuvans Kahayo. Right? The Raghukul started with Ram. Well, the Raghukul was going on and Ram came within it. Ramchandra. So, then Dwapar Krishna Murad. Kanskritarth Kiyo. Ugrasan ko Raj. Apar Pagte Jan Diyo. He took his mama off the throne. He gave Ugrasan the throne. And that's one of his vidya what he did. But look, in the darkest and deepest eras, the one where there's the most mental ignorance, the one where it's a vast, deep sickness of Kaljug upon everybody's heads, where now those people that are chute, they can be taken as such. I can go on about hypocrisy, but that's what it is. Pakhanda, Kaljug Village. Pakhanda. People who put on Dharmakalvas to act like they're done. In Kaljuga. If it wasn't, then people wouldn't do it, but they are doing it. So, but in the deepest era, when nobody else, all these people are Ram or Krishna or Bhavan, these are people summoned by Paramatma to go to the world. you can argue if they accomplished or accomplished that what they did when they came into this world. But ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਖੜੇ ਸੀ, and they were calling out because this is kalmal hoye medani ardas kare liblai, even the ਧਰਤੀ called out and said that kaljug ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਭਾਰਾ, that it's too much for me to take on, that nigar chali rasatal toa, that I'm sinking into hell, meaning that on my lands the earth cried out, is that very hell from the depths of hell have come onto my dharti, that when hell and the actual hell which fark nahi paya kyunki dharti de upar hi aa gaya, that main kehna that the dharti, the devi devte, all these other avatars, they all called out to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that they say hun sab to vadda Satgur Nanak tunu aap hi hona pehna, sathon nahi hona kaljug de vich. And then it started, the coming in Kaljug. Kaljug Praman, Nanak Gur, Angad Amar Kahayo. That the light came of God as Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and then it just changed cloaks, and it became Guru Angad Dev Ji, it became Guru Amar Das Ji, but it was still Guru Nanak, because God wanted it to be called Nanak. The coming of Paramatma as a human being, because humans learn from humans, right? As the teacher, as the guider, as a spiritual guide for us, as everything, as God manifests, has come to this world, and now He has changed form as Guru Angad Dev Ji. Jado Guru Nanak Dev Ji ne parth kar raha si na, people are saying that, oh, Guru Angad Dev Ji or Bhai Lana Ji was going to become the successor or the next Guru Sahib, so he has to test him, right? The testing was so the other brothers would know that he is the suitable successor. Pehla to panda banaya hoya si, turoi. Guru Angad Dev Ji was going to show the world why that light of God is sitting with Guru Angad Dev Ji now. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji saw his children, Baba Sri Chand, Baba Lakshmi Das standing, Maharaj Ji ne ek panda liya, and what did he do? He threw that panda in a sewage line. In India there's open sewage lines. That means your gandagi that comes from your house goes through those sewage lines. And it stinks in some places, because if you go to some old pens in India, you can still see those sewage lines outside. But people throw garbage in there, but you don't throw your possessions in there. Maharaj Ji chucked a panda, a bartan, right? A bartan in the sewage line. And then he said, Baba Sri Chand, tusi jao, o panda chuk leo. They go get that panda out. But Baba Sri Chand's foot didn't move forward, and where one side said, do it, but then after he says, I'm a child of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, why do I need to? Look at all the sevadars that are watching. The action, the noble action of following hukum now was broken away because of arrogance and maan. So he didn't move forward. And then Maharaj Ji said, well, the little one's going to start asking, the little child, his youngest, is going to ask that why didn't the Gurta Gaddi come to me? Well, Baba Lakshmi Das and todi wari hai, jaake chak leo. And Baba Lakshmi Das to nahi ek पैर आगे put sakya, he moved back and he said that Prata ji theek kehde hai. He says that my brother is saying correctly that nahi, oh panda nahi chakkan chahiye, sade vaste jog nahi, that we're your children. Sevadar nu keh rahe ho sache pasha. And wo ye samjh rahe si that Maharaj Ji buzurg ho gaye, that the right train of thought is not there. Not even trying to think of that for a Sikh it's horrible that to even say somebody would even thought of that, but they were at that state of mind. They were thinking that Guru Maharaj Ji is not thinking in the right terms. But it was not that. It was to show him that what Bhai Nana Ji is. That is the panda of what's going to hold the light of God in it. He looked at Bhai Nana Ji, and Bhai Nana Ji ne koi parwah nahi kiti. He went and he jumped into the sewage line, and his whole kapre got dirty and filthy. And that sewage, if you don't know, that's the waste products of the human body. And he picked up that panda and started washing it. That wasn't any panda. That was us. That's our mind when it sinks into all the temptations of Kaljug. That's why Kalmal Hoy Medani. That this Tarti is filthy because of Kaljug. And then what happens is that you want to get out of it, call out to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, call out to Guru Angad Dev Ji. Call out to Guru Angad Dev Ji. Say his name and say, Maharaj, main fas gaya. Kaljug un mainu mala kar raha, that I'm getting filthy with Kaljug's mala. Now call out to Guru Angad Dev Ji, because Guru Angad Dev Ji showed that day he would come. And that's the light of God, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji showing us that Guru Angad Dev Ji is the form that I'm going to pass this light on. The Chola changes, but the light of God stays the same. So, Sri Kaljug Praman Nanak Gur Angad Amar Kahaya Sri Guru Raj Abchal Atal Ad Purkh Farmayo. So now, the first line that I had said I was going to translate, and that's what I want to get into. Satgur te manyo, chalyo bal bavan payo. That what is this story? And I'm going to show you some tasveers that I found. Is that in the time of Satgur, Prahlad has passed on from Multan. Multan, even now, his mandir is lying in desecration there. The place where Narsingh had taken Harnakish, that's still there. But it's very broken down because there's no management, nobody cares for it. But I would think in my head that koi Gursikh ki bhave aa jave, because it comes in our itihas that to save that place. Maharaj kirpa kare, but anyways, that's a raw vichar. I strayed a little bit. But the story that I want to share with you is of Bhavan Avatar. Now what happened is, ਜਦੋਂ Prahlad had passed on, and his son took up the throne of Multan. Then his grandson took up the throne, and his name was Balraja. Okay? Bhai Gurdas Ji tells about it, comes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji as references. A lot of us don't know about it. Okay? And I want to share with you that. What happened is, Balraja, Mahatma Raja si. He was a righteous king. He was a good man. But what happened is, he remembered when Prahlad was his grandfather, and he gave him teachings on devotional worship. Kis tarah bhakti bhavna naal karni hai. Oh chette si hai no. Par kei wari jadon tusi takht de upar baithe hain, and Raj Saj tode aale duale ghum raha, that things can change in your mind. And this is what I say is that कई बारी आपां हुण जिहड़े बीज बीजदे हां बच्चों दे विच, एंड अगे जाके देख लेने तो हुण तक भी नहीं बनया. तुसीं आए ना सोचो, हजे फिर भी उन्हां कोल मौका हैगा. मार जी ने इशारा करना उन्हां नूं. They have those seeds inside of them. So somebody might say it's not worth planting. No, it's worth planting. Plant those seeds of our Guru's love in the children when they're young. When they grow up, they might go astray, but it doesn't mean they can't turn back. They can always come, because Maharaj will always embrace you. Sad Baksind means that forever forgiving. Right? He is forever forgiving. That if his child turns back, realizes there's nothing out there, and they come back, Maharaj is willing to embrace you. So what happened is, Jadon Balaraja ne takht sambhalya na, he came to a point where he had a dream. And that dream was that Oda hun Raj jaan lag gaya, that his kingdom is going to go. And back then, these people are very pure-minded. They used to take their dreams as actual prophecies. He thought to himself that, what do I do? Back then, Guru Granth Sahib Ji was there. Guru Sahibs had not come yet. So what would they turn to? They turned to the Vedas. The Vedas were the Dharmic scriptures back then. So he turned to the Pandits and he said that, what should I do? They said that, well, we know that if you do 101 yags, yags is when they recite the Vedas, they recite out all the Vedas, and then they do a sacrificial fire. And if you do this, then what will happen is that you'll be able to maintain your Raj and you'll be able to take over the Raj of the other realms. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੇਵੀ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਕੋ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ. This is what was said. And Sukar Prohit ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ Sukracharya, another guru. Back then, Guru and God didn't equate. Guru and another ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ just as a teacher, right? So under the guidance of Sukracharya, they started these yags. But ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਮਾਨ ਸੀ that I could take over other realms. Now it wasn't about his property, and he was so attached to his own kingdom not going. He wanted other things as well too. But that attachment, and there was some bhakti in him, that God said to Vishnu to go take up a form, incarnate yourself, and go and stand at the door of where this jug is happening. And so this is where we start. We're going to translate from Bhai Gurdas di Ambana. Bhai Gurdas ji says, Bal Raja kar apne andar baitha jag karave. Bal Raja is sitting inside his palace, and andar baitha jag karave. He's doing this part recital of Vedas while this fire is going on. So that's going on. Bhavan Rupi Aya. Bhavan Rupi Vishnu, under the command of God, came down, took up the form of Bhavan Avatar, and Char Ved. He started reciting out the 4 Vedas, parts of the 4 Vedas, that out loud, but at the door of the palace. He hasn't entered. He's outside. And it's just a little form, like almost like a child. That you look at him and you say that if you hear a child reciting all of Guru Granth Sahib, you would be amazed. And you would surround him. And you would try to give love to that child. Well, that's what he did. He came around, the family came around, and they started asking, they come inside, come inside. They called him inside. So, Bhavan Rupi Aya Char Ved Mukh Paat Sanave Raje Andar Saddeya. The Raja called him inside. And what did he say? Mang Swami Jo Tod Pave. He says to him that Jira Tonu Ponda wo cheez mangla methon. Main Raja, main tonu de dunga. So then Sukracharya jide kole ek akh hegi si. Meaning that magro ek akh bani si, but he had this one sharp eye. He came, and what does he do? And he tells him. So उन्हें आके बलराज ने समझाने लग गया बावन इस मेरी गाल सुन राजा ये कोई आम आदमी नहीं इन्हों आए ना समझो कोई कृपा वाला बच्चा है या 4 वेदां के पाठ सुना रहे हैं. This is Vishnu who's come and तेनु शल करना आया. He's come to trick you. He tells him. Now there's 2 things. One is of the world. You care about what he's going to ask for. You either grant him something or you don't. You said it. It's your own word now. The Mang Swami Jyoto the Pavit. He says, Achal, the person who can never be deceived, Paramatma has sent this person to Anushal Karn Vaste, to trick you. But he has a Pavna that God can never trick me. God doesn't send beings to trick them. Hey, Odi Pavna. That's his Pavna. Now, does he trust his Pavna, or does he trust the Pandit, the head preacher or teacher that he's had? So one way you have to go with the person, your Vidya Guru, or you have to go with what your heart and bhakti says, right? This is not like our Guru, right? This is like a worldly teacher that's telling him. So the worldly sense, he said no. Balraja. Kyunki Bhagat Prahlad had put that bhakti in him and it spoke to him. They're on the final jug. They're about to complete it. 101 would be done. And right at that time he has shown up. And no, he goes to him and he says, no, Mang Swami, Jyoto the Pave. So what does he say? He says that, Dekho, I'll give you a chance. Bhavan says, I'll give you a chance. You might not be able to provide for me anything. He says, no, ask for it. I'll give you towns, villages, cities. What do you want? I have a lot of things under my control. Mainu dasso. And he says, 1, 2 and a half. 2.5 footsteps of Zameen. My footsteps, though. As much as I can place on the ground, you give to me. So, he makes his vow. Balaraja. वो पहला की करते सी पानी मंगवा लेंदे सी, and then using the pani they spill it on the ground that this is the word now. I'm going to live up to it. Right? Nowadays, well, people, they say something, they don't do it. That's why our words can never hold any force in the world. Karam khand ki bani jor. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਵਧਦੀ ਹੈ, your words hold power. ਫਿਰ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਬਚਨ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ. Marji says, this is just a side note, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਚਨ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ all the time, ਇਹ ਨਿਸਫਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭਗਤੀ ਵੀ ਗਵਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ. Your bhakti, you do have it, regardless if you believe it or not, but it goes a giant. So every time be careful and think about the words you're going to say. Okay? That's just a side note. क्योंकि ਜਦੋਂ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਵਾਚਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆਵਾਂ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ. So ਅਛਲਨ ਤੁਧ ਆਇਆ ਸੁਕਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਧ ਕਹਿ ਸਮਝਾਵੇ. Then what happened is he says karo atai tartamam. Atai means tai, 2.5, and karo ਉਹਨੇ 2.5 ਧਰਤੀ ਮੰਗੀ. ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਦੇ ਤਰੇ ਲੋਨਾ ਮਾਵੇ. When he said that I'll give it to you, then Bhavan, the little small incarnation of Vishnu, what does he start doing? He starts to grow so much that now he cannot even see the head. He's grown so much that now where his kingdom lied, he took 1 footstep and 2 footsteps. Doi karma. Karma means footsteps. Kar tin log. That ਉਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ 3 ਲੋਕ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਾਜ ਥੱਲੇ ਲੈ ਲਏ. ਉਹਨੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ 3 ਲੋਕ ਲੈਣੇ ਸੀ, ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 2 footsteps took him under. But what's left? It's 2.5, isn't it? There's 2, the half is left. And Bhavan has taken up such huge macrocosmic form. And he's taken it in 2 footsteps. But only kya si, mera bachna, I'm going to give you 2.5. Now ithe bhakti bhavna has to work. Ithe dekho bhakti kis tarah kam kar diya. Changi tarah to sikhya grahan karo. Because ਜਦੋਂ a person might say that ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਅਹੰਕਾਰ ਟੁੱਟ ਗਿਆ, that there is no ਅਹੰਕਾਰ now, that 2 ਕਰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਰਾਜ ਭਾਗ, I have nothing left to offer him. He does have something left. Does anybody know? Hanji. Kingdom's gone. Anybody have any other guess? Hanji. Himself. Surrender yourself. And that's what he had learned from Prahlad. When you sing Paramatma, surrender yourself. And what does he do? And he says that adda footstep that you have left, I can't complete it because of your massive macrocosmic form. He goes on bended knee. He ਗੋਡਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਪੁਕਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ, ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਆ ਸਿਰ ਲੈ ਲਓ. Take this head. And then ਦੋਏ ਕਰਵਾ ਕਰ 3 ਲੋ ਬਲ ਰਾਜਾ ਲੈ ਮਗਰ ਮਨਾਵੇ. He was going along and measuring how much he's taken up, and he sees now ਮਿਲਤੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਬਲ ਛਲ ਆਪ ਚਲਾਇਨ. He was willing, because even if somebody says God's here to trick you, they're still good in that. But I don't believe it. It's not a trick. Even if he would let it happen to him, because something's going to come good to him. Watch. It's not that his Raj is all gone. Now it is gone now. But Balachal Aap Shalain, he let it happen. Hoy Dayal. Mila Gallave. Then what happened is then Bhavan came all the way down. When he saw that Yada Hankar tak us reha hi nahi, his bhakti bhavna is so supreme now that he came down to the same form, and he takes his foot and he places it on the head of Balaraja. And Balaraja now, His Raj is gone, but he gave him another Raj. In Patal Lok. Sapt Patal. Patal, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ Patala Patal Lakh, Agasa Agas. There's many realms. In one realm, Patal Lok de vich, in another region, that he gave him the Rajpag of that. But before all this happened, you know what Bal Raja had said? That before I grant your wish of those 2.5 footsteps, Minu bas make me one promise. That if I give you what I want, what you want, je main tunu de devan, you know what I want from you? And he says what? That you sing God's praises at my door just like you are right now. When you came to my door, you caught my attention by singing the Vedas at that time. What you sing is the God's praises. And he says, you do that. Please continue that. Don't leave me and just continue doing that. A promise, a shart, ode vallon si. That was his condition. So when this happened, he placed half of his foot on Balaraja's head. Now he's transported to another realm. And he's given the Raj of that. Right? Because the nether regions were considered lower. And the nether region he had it, so he gave him the Raj of that. And when he did, he said that Bhavan started to go away. And he says, Nahi Swami, where are you going? Tusi ek shart meri nibhauni hai. And he said that, hun tusi kirpa karo, ithe gun gao Parmeshwar de. Sing Paramatma's virtues here. Listen to this. I want you to understand it very carefully of what I just said. Is that he wants Bhavan not to leave and sing God's praises at his door. So he says that. And he says, then what happened? Hoy Dayal. God was merciful. He said to Bhavan, Hun tue e roop ek ithe dharan karke rakh. Vishnu, though he would return, he would keep one form as Bhavan there. Because Maharaji saw his love, Balaraja's love. And Mila Galalave, he embraced him. Balaraja, Bhavan Avatar took Balaraja and he embraced him. And he saw that you lost everything, but you still want me to stay with you. And you never considered this any shal. You never saw any trick. You saw only goodness. Blessed are you. And he hugged him. And when he hugged him, Ditta Raj Patal da Hoy Adeen Pagat Jas Gave. Because Bhavan Avatar was following a Maryada, a Paramatma, or a nature of God, which is that God, if you want to control God, there's only one way. It's with Bhakti. Maharaji will go under your control with Bhakti. Bhakti is so supreme in that way. Hoy Adeen. Adeen means under the control of Bhagat. Jasagave. That now he's still to this day, Bhavan Avatar sings the praises of God at the door of that Patal Puri of Balaraja. Still to this day. And you might say, well, how do you know? Have you seen it? I haven't seen it. But it says, Hoy Darban, meaning at the door, Maha Sukh Pave. That Balaraja nu bahut sukh milya, Bappagat Namdev ji said. And he said, Namak hai, Pagat bas kesav, Ajum bal ke dwar kharo. He says, to this day, Bhavan Avatar, a form of Bhavan Avatar, still sits there and he sings the praises of God. Still to this day. Bhagat Namdev ji says that even now, Ajhum, right now. And then, so when you read Savayam Alipeleke, because we're coming to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, right? This is the beauty of it. Because when it started from Pag Gave Indrad, Bhagat Prahlad, that's the grandfather. Now it comes to the grandson. It comes to the grandson and it says, Gun Gave Balarao. The greatness of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is being sung because this is from Savayam Alipeleke. It's telling you that the greatness of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is being sung by Balaraja. Where? Sabat, the 7th Patal Basanto. And why is he singing it? Because Aju, still to this day, Bhavan Avatar, now they changed. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji came, all these avatars, all these people, and literally, meaning that jine Bhavan Avatar ne inna badda swaroop dhaaran kar liya si, jinu koi log keh sakde a kinna badda avatar hoya, par ohne bhi Bhaji nu badda manaya. Do you see? And he himself is singing Guru Nanak Dev Ji's praises at Balaraja's door in the 7th Patal, still to this day. I've only pieced together what's being said. And then there's another great Sikha in this. And I want to share this with you. You're singing it. Maybe in your family, your grandfather was singing it. He was singing it. In my family, I know there's some Sikhi. My grandfather, he did a lot of bhakti himself. I know from my family. मैं कोई बढ़ियाई नहीं करता. तोड़े घर दे विच भी ये हैगी है. Somebody turned. एक वेला कोई ना कोई हिंदू होना ही सी. And somebody must have been a Muslim, ja aastak hona si, but kisi ne ta Guru Maharaj ji nu apnaya apne ghar de vich. Somebody brought Sikhi into their home, in your house, that it carried on. Maybe it's you. That maybe you weren't, nobody's been in a Sikh in your house. But then you will be known as the grandfather. And what your job is, to pass on that Sikhya so your grandson's still singing. Do you see that now Saviyam Allah Pele started with the grandfather, Gave, Prahlad, and then it comes to the grandson, meaning that tusi enna gun gao Guru Nanak Dev Ji da and AJ gun sikhao apne bachchiyan nu that your grandson after grandson and their grandsons all keep singing Guru Nanak Dev Ji's praises. Keep singing it. And I'm going to give you another example of this, of a testament. Who knows about Bhai Veer Singh? Has anybody heard Bhai Veer Singh's name? Shukran. Somebody's heard of Bhai Veer Singh. Kalgitar Chamtkar, Guru Nanak Chamtkar is Shahada. It's Shahada. You know what Shahada is? It's honey. If you find yourself that I feel distant a little bit from Sikhi, pick up Guru Nanak Chamtkar. Pick up Kalgitar Chamtkar. It's Shahada. It's honey. That mithas of Gurbani will start coming inside of you. And Atma Hulare Meldeya, meaning waves from your Atma will rise up in Meri Nischa. That's my certitude. That I'm so certain that this happens. When Tikaan al Pardeep. Listen to what I have to say. Bhai Veer Singh sang the praises of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Nanak Chamtkar. Why? Because his Nana Ji, Bhai Hazara Singh, sang the praises of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He would be known as the Prahlad and he is the Balaraja. But now his turn is to be the Prahlad because Balaraja now, his bhakti awoke and he became the Prahlad for his next generation of Balarajas. Do you see what I'm trying to say? There was a custom. Pratanta hundi si India de vich. Jado TV nahi hundi si, radio nahi hunda si. Raat de vele aapde pote potiyan nu bitha ke sakhiyan sunaude hunde si. Right? There was a pratanta. Oh, gum ho gaya. But nahi. Haji jyo, it can still arise and awake inside of you if you carry it on. Shut those tablets off. Shut those TVs off. Sit with your children. Tell them Sakya about how great Guru Maharaj is. You will never know how great he is, but at least you'll have that seed that goes in, and then what will it do? Then one time it will be your turn, the children, that you will be the older one, and you will have grandchildren. And then your job is to pass on the greatness of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. But you have to know the greatness of Guru Nanak Dev Ji first. You have to feel it. Right? And Bhai Veer Singh felt it. His grandfather did it, and then he passed it on to his family. But listen to this poem. Listen to this poem of what Bhai Veer Singh says. He speaks to Paramatma, and he says, Khich, and Ardasa. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ. You don't have to memorize the poem, but ਅਰਦਾਸ ਦੇ ਮਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਿਓ. ਤੁਸਾਂ ਬੰਨਿਆ ਨੇਮ, you created a ਮਰਿਆਦਾ. ਵੱਡੇ ਖਿੱਚਣ ਛੋਟਿਆਂ, ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਦਾ. About the ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵੱਡਾ. That ਤੁਸੀਂ name ਬਣਾਇਆ, you created a ਮਰਿਆਦਾ, you created a law, a code of conduct of how the elders, the great elders, or the people that are great control the little ones. They control the little ones. Well, I look around in nature and I see this. Suraj, khiche, talt. The talti does prakarma around what? The talti does prakarma around what? The sun, the Suraj. Right? The Suraj is bigger. The talti is not as big as the Suraj. Hey, ਤੁਸੀਂ name ਬਣਾਇਆ. You created this law. Whatever you can say in whatever fashion you want in scientific terms, but that's what's happening. And then he says that talt fir chandano. And look at the tarti. Ode aale duale kuch ghumda. What is it? What goes around this tarti? The moon. Come on, this is not like a real pop quiz. You guys can answer easy. Look, there's a Suraj. Tarti is going around the Suraj, and then around us is the moon. Is the moon bigger? No. Tussa banya name, bade khichan chotiyan, Suraj khiche talt, talt fir chandno. Chand marda khich. Well, even the moon has a pull. On what? What is it called? Ocean has waves. I'm almost finished. So the ocean has a khich, right? Chand marda khich, uchale sagra, uchale mardiya na sagra. When a full moon comes, you see waves. And then he says, and he calls out from the depths of his heart, and he says, Rakh apne wal khich. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਿਆ ਹੈ ਵੱਡੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਰੱਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲ ਖਿੱਚ. ਨਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਖਿੱਚ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਇਆ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਇਹਨ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਵੀ ਖਿੱਚ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਇਆ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਪਰ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਿਆ ਰੱਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲ ਖਿੱਚ. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਿਆ ਖਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲ ਖਿੱਚ. Maharaj, I'm serious. Please pull me near. ਖਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲ ਖਿੱਚ. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਿੱਕਿਆਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਿੱਕਿਆਂ, that we're insignificant, but ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ. Don't let us go astray. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਿਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਣ ਦਿਓ. And then he says, ਜੇ ਨਾ ਰੱਖੀ ਖਿੱਚ ਸਾਈਆਂ ਮੇਰਿਆ. ਜੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖੀ ਕਿ ਅਜੇ ਸੁਨਾਵ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਮੇਂ. This boat is still out in the ocean of this life. And I don't know kya jana kya hoye. I don't know what's going to happen to it. I don't know. Desta ek Pardeep Singh baane de vich a. Mainu kal da nahi mainu pata. Kidnu main ja varna. And tusi kahoge ek din badda aaya si prachar karda. And hun kidnu turya firda. Maji mainu nahi pata. Main kidnu chal jaunga. Main sache paas mainu inna pata. Tusi sab to vadde hai. And khich apne wal khich. Je na rakhi khich saiyan mereya. That if you don't keep this khich, jasa hai guach bante belya. You see the jungles outside? If you have no light, tusi ki ho jaoga tonu? Tusi ja ke guach jaoge. And what will you lose yourself in entanglements? Main to upar uthna si. I needed to rise above these entanglements. But what will happen is I'll get entangled in the jungle. मैं उत्थे जाके गुआच जाना. जासा हाय गुआच बनते बेलिया. मैं उत्थे जाके गुआच जाना. मैं तो निकल नहीं होना साइयां. तू मैनू बचा के रख इस दुनिया दे विच and अपने वाल खिच. क्योंकि तुसी है ही सब तो बड़े हो. सो बस यही पढ़ के फिर आप समाप्ति कहनी है। कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई, कहो नानक
सब तेरी वडियाई,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने
मेरा,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने। कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने
मेरा,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा,
कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने मेरा,
नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने मेरा,
कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
नानक सब तेरी वडियाई,
कोई नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने मेरा।
नाम न जाने मेरा, कोई नाम न जाने मेरा।
So forgive me if I made any mistakes while talking. सा वडियाई दे जित नाम तेरे लाग रहा। मां जी आ साडी वडियाई है। साडी वडियाई ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ। ਮਾਂ ਜੀ ਬਸ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਆ। ਇਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਤਮ ਆ। What is the greatest teaching is that love is beside us. So if love is with us, then that is our vadiyai. Don't seek for your naams of vadiyai. Don't seek that, oh, put my name up. Why didn't you introduce me today? Oh, this person, I did this. I wrote this. Sanu ki vadiyai di hegi hai. Marji di vadiyai karo. Because you have to see the greatness first to do that vadiyai. And before you see that, you have to have love. And the last thing I'll say, Vad is out the Vada. What will happen is who is the greatest, when you praise the greatest vadiyai, then what will happen is he cuts away your sins. Vad, to cut away it. At the same time you do it. It happens as you do it. ठीक है जी, forgive me if I made mistakes. पर ਜਦੋਂ ਮੰਗਲਾਚਰਨ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਮੰਗਲਾਚਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਮਾਪਤ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਮਲਾਰ ਮਾਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयाल लाल प्राणनाथ अनाथ सखे हे समर्थ अगम पूर्ण मोहि मैं अंधकूप माप्या श्लोक आए प्रभ शरणागति एक अखर हर मन बस्त वाहिगुरु नाम जहाज है जो सरदा कर सेव दे जो सरदा कर सेव दे। Forgive me if I make mistakes. Sometimes I say things that perhaps you don't agree with. Sometimes I say things and now I realize what did I just end up saying. But कुछ ना कुछ ठीक तो क्या होना, जे क्या हो गया समझो गुरु महाराज जी ने कहा आया and ओ तुसी नाल है जो बाकी अवगुण मेरे आ मुझ अवगुण सहनाई दोस्त। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा।
बोले